Now, if you're looking for a stand for a small aquarium and you want to go to Officeworks or Kmart or anything like that, you must be aware of the amount of weight that the aquarium is going to hold. So it's quite easy to work that out. If you just go the length times the width times the height of the aquarium in centimeters divided by 1,000 will give you liters. And if you double that volume, then you're pretty safe. So that's going to allow for gravel and rocks and anything else that may be in the aquarium. So if you're going to get a large aquarium, you really want an actual aquarium cabinet, because if there's any flex in the cabinet at all, you can risk cracking your tank. And it's important that you put some rubber or some foam underneath the aquarium, so if there is any give, if it's not completely flat, you won't crack your tank. But once again, if you are going to look for something for a small aquarium and you're going to go to Kmart or Officeworks or something, then what you're really looking for is the way that the support structure is set up. So if in doubt, get advice from a carpenter or someone that's knows about this sort of stuff. And just know that a lot of the furniture you buy is absolutely cheap crap, and it will not hold your fish tank for any length of time. So the first thing we want to look at, if you're going to put an aquarium, is we don't want this. We want to make sure that we're not putting our pressure onto whatever's the fastening here, the camshafts or whatever they are. So we don't want to put our aquarium here, because that's not going to hold. What we want to look for is a top like that. So then the pressure is going straight down and the pressure is not on whatever is there. So this is going to provide a much better support than that is. The next thing that we want to do is we want to make sure that the pressure goes straight through to the legs. So let's say that's bad. And then we also don't really want to turn it upside down and then find that there's legs here, because otherwise your pressure is going to be there but your legs are here, and that will cause, over time, that's usually particle board or some cheap crap, especially if it gets wet, that'll start to sag, which means that'll start to sag, which means your aquarium will no longer be on a flat level surface and it's bound to crack. The next thing, if you do have this situation, you can actually remove the legs, because that way, if you've removed the legs, then the support is going to go from the top down to the bottom, and then you're in with some hope. But this is really what you're wanting to see. You're wanting to see that wherever your legs are, you want them tied up with wherever the supports are, and you want the supports to be underneath the support, the top board, not like this. We also want to make sure that the back is at least partially covered, because that's what's going to give us our strength left or right. So we definitely want to make sure the back is partially covered. And then if you're worried about the construction, sometimes it's a good idea to add larger screws to screw on your backboard, or to strengthen up the actual unit. So anyway, if you've got any other tips on buying furniture for an aquarium, then put a little note on the bottom of this video. But once again, if in doubt, get a second opinion from someone with more experience, because an aquarium is a very dead weight, and particularly if your cabinetry gets wet over time, you'll find that that it can eventually give way, and that can be very disheartening.